Here I am presenting Mars transit effect starting from 11th of May till 20th of June 2026, and this is a complete report. This report of Mars transit is a report of Mars transit of 40 days and in hours, 960 hours. So please press the bell for liking. Become our subscriber. You can become our YouTube subscriber and you can become our app subscriber. YouTube subscription have a lot of benefit, but if you go to my website prakashastrologer.com and register yourself with the Android app and join the app, you have a lot of benefit to join the app. First thing first, you have access to all the content weekly, monthly, yearly, according to your moon sign and according to your rising sign. Plus, you register with my app, I'll offer you one-to-one complimentary basic consultation. You can ask any question, I'll give you an answer. And it's according to basic consultation, complimentary. So visit my website, join the app, and as well as visit my YouTube channel and become our subscriber. Lot of benefit. You can learn a lot. Wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you. Significance of transiting Mars from 11th of May 2026 till 20th of June 2026. The whole time, the effect of Mars for each and every sign, moon sign, rising sign. You can view this according to your birth chart, according to your Lagna chart, according to your moon sign. For all of you. First thing first, your introduction for the Mars transit. Why this is so important? Mars has traditionally been considered as a malefic planet in astrology. That is more likely to produce evil than good. But this is not so. Although, as is the case with any planet, if the energy of Mars are allowed to operate to excess, its effect can be quite difficult. But usually there is nothing to fear from its transit. And in fact, its energies are a vital part of our life. Mars is an energy planet. We all need energy. Who doesn't? Specifically, it rules the energy that an individual uses to maintain himself or herself in the face of a pressure from his or her environment, which is most important for all of us. The Mars energy says, that is what I am, and I can be no other way. We all want that. That is what I am, and I can be no other way. That is a Mars energy. And Mars prepared the individual for fight, to fight. If necessary, to maintain his or her position thoroughly. Obviously, one can have no individuality without Mars's energy. Without this Mars's energy, no. It is a fundamental part of the ego, the whole drive. And anyone in whom this energy is weak is not much of a personality. We are all impressed by the personality. Person with a weak Mars often do the things that are attributed to a strong Mars, such as acting extremely irritable, argumentative all the time. These people have to constantly assure themselves that they are strong all the time, which would be unnecessary. If they really were strong, they don't need that kind of assurance. Some people keep on repeating themselves. I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong. When the Mars is weak, you carry on doing this. If Mars is strong, you don't need to do that at all. It is true, however, that a person with a strong Mars is likely to be rather very much domineering. Mars is also connected with the work and physical energy. And often its transits signify a day when you feel very energetic, very vigorous. In fact, one way to ensure that Mars transit will not cause dispute or argument with others, which is a sign of malfunctioning Mars energy, is to have a plenty of hard work to do. The negative side of Mars most often manifests itself when there is no other outlet for its energy. The energy is there, but there is no other outlets at all. As Mars transit each planet in your horoscope, the area of life related to that planet will become energized. When Mars transit with Venus, you seek out physical love, intimacy. When Mars transit Mercury, you look for mental activity, very much sharp mental activity. But there is no more than that. When Mars transit a planet, your ego drive are likely to incorporate that planet's energy. You will try to establish your individuality toward other things through the issue related to that planet. This can result in conflict with others if energy gets too strong or encounters serious resistance from others. And of course, there is nothing wrong with a good fight if it serves some purpose. Fighting is one way to learn about your own strength in an interpersonal essence. As Mars transits each house, the affair of that house becomes energized, just as with transited planet. And also you will be most active who seek to assert yourself through the affair of the house occupied by transiting Mars. Here again, you are most likely to have a conflict with others in this area of your life. The only danger with Mars is that its energies, when submitted to a physical level, can signify accident, specifically from burns or fire or crash, and illness involving fever or very acute infection. This is often the result of frustrated ego energy, although you may have to dig around in your psyche to realize that this. You must learn to express your resentment and anger, for they are a legitimate part of your being, your expression. Transit of Mars for Aries in first house in your own sign, and it's starting from 11th of May. It will carry on till 20th of June till 2026. During this particular period, Mars will move through your own sign. Mars is the lord of your first house, your Lagna, and the lord of your 8th house. So Mars is transiting in your own sign. So Mars 4th aspect on your 4th house, 7th aspect on your 7th house, 8th aspect on your 8th house. So you will be full of energy, full of confidence. Aries, you'll be blessed with attractive personality. Now your personality will be glowing, full of enthusiasm, full of confidence, fearless. Any health complication linked with eyes or anything will be sorted. You'll be coming across lots of challenges and complications, but you'll be overcoming all those challenges. You'll be blessed with personal comfort, property, car, lifestyle, what you've been seeking for. There will be a rising status, prestige and honor. You'll be coming across lots of challenges, lots of complications, but you'll be able to handle all these. Aries, health-wise, do take care of your lower abdomen. Any health complication linked with blood, like a blood pressure or issue with the blood, you may have a tendency to get excited very easily. Sometimes you overreact. You can be hyper. There may be an illness to spouse if you're a married person. You may be prone to accident or injury or surgical operations. If Mars can give you huge amount of energy and you can take risk this phase of time, be aware of that. You maintain your family. This phase of time, you'll be full of resources. Sometimes you're acting very strict, very sensuous, but always ready to do work for others. But you will do business, you're performing good deeds, you'll be full of resources. Popularity will be rising and you'll be endowed with all kinds of comforts and lifestyle. You'll be highly energetic, you'll be extremely happy, honored by the decision maker. You'll be glowing as a star, performing good deeds. Aries, you'll be working very hard to acquire resources, acquire wealth. All the unfinished task project will be done and dusted. But during this time period, Mars is transiting through your own sign. This mostly offers a lot of challenges. This time period, take through some bumpy ride in matter of your business or profession, but make sure your behavior have to be in control, in command. Make sure your word of speech have to be under control. Sometimes you can overreact, sometimes you can overtalk. You may find it difficult to finish your project successfully on time if you're distracted, only if you're distracted. Otherwise, you can complete any project on time. Energy is very, very high, but do not distract. Don't lose your concentration. If you start any project, you complete like this. It is better you focus yourself. You can make impossible possible. This is the right time. If you're employed, try and avoid any kind of argument and misunderstanding with your seniors, with employers, with any seniors of your department. Some of you also may go see a change of your position during this particular time. Change of place can happen. Keep a close eye on your enemies as they may create a problem for you at this time, because you are glowing like a star. People will notice that. You're shining like a star. Your finances would be also requiring proper attention. Try not to be making very hyper decisions and watch your expenditure. Cut down on urge to spend money. This time period also brings ample opportunity or reason to travel. Moreover, this time period will keep you away from nearest to dearest one. You might go abroad. Those who are married may have to stay away from your partner or family. Can happen. You might go abroad. If any, your health needs a proper attention during this time period. You're most likely to be very energetic, very enthusiastic about everything in your life. You are doing a lot of things. Any unfinished project, if you left it in the past, now you're starting now. But beware of an accident. Do not take a huge physical risk. Your spirit is very, very high, extremely high. But don't think negative. Do not be self-destructive. Try to engage in something, a proper project, because this energy is like a very, very high. You can make impossible possible. When the Mars is transiting next 40 days like that. Mars in your own sign, this is a time, this particular time is a time of great activity. When you work very hard to further your own interest and assert yourself among others, you have a chance to show the world what you can do now. This is that time. You come on to others with much more vigor than usual, and people will notice you. You're most likely to make a great impression upon them at this time. If you're insensitive to other people, however, this can be quite difficult time for all your relationship. Every relationship requires that you are bend a bit of it to need and demand of other person. But you are not especially inclined to do that now. You'll take a full stand, whatever the stand is. In fact, you will be much better off if you can work independently without worrying about how your action will affect others. This time, if you're working independently, you glow like a star. With Mars energy in your own sign, your personality is much more dominant than usual. But you're not interested in having a great power over others. As long as they don't try to dominate you, you're perfectly happy. As long as you're completely free to do whatever you want to, have your individuality acknowledged by others in whatever you do. During this time period, you're much more of a fighter for your own right than usual. You will not let anyone take anything away from you. Although you will not be especially irritable or touchy, but you will fight if somebody attack you or offend you first. Your physical energy level is quite high, and you should be able to do a lot of work during this particular transit. If there are any badly aspected planet in this house, in your first house, you should be careful of illness or accident, as these planets are transited. This should be a period of upbeat, independent activity, when you can work out a lot of problems and accomplish a great deal. This should be a very positive time of your life. When Mars transit in your own sign, you can make impossible possible. You're shining like a star, full of energy, full of drive, full of enthusiasm. You can, but the only condition is, do not distract yourself. As long as your focus is there, your concentration is there, you can make impossible possible. You can accomplish anything. You will not be tired or retired. Nope. You are there with 10,000 volt, shimmering like a star or more. But when the Mars transiting in only your own sign, the biggest precaution is refrain from lies, refrain from scandals. Try not to lie and try not to involve yourself in any scandal. As long as you're on the right track, you can make impossible possible. Nothing can stop you. Nothing will stop you.